Hello, we are live. I'll give everybody a second to join. I know a few people are here already, which is awesome. Let me make sure, because I always want to check on my YouTube app if it's working. I always do, because I swear, like, I need to know for sure. Okay, yeah, it says it's live. Perfect. Welcome, everyone. First of all, I just want to say I am jet lagged still, so disclaimer if my words make no sense. I'm wearing pajamas on the bottom. But yeah, I'm so excited to be here with my lovely co-hosts. We do a readathon called Stabathon. We just started it this past year, and we have already been brainstorming things for this coming year. I guess it's technically this year now. So yeah, very exciting. Love them so much. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, say your channels. I have their channels in my description on both this and the reading sprints that we're going to do after. But yeah, subscribe if you're not. But if you guys want to introduce yourself and your book club and all of that, that'd be great.
Hi everyone, my name is Nahomy and my channel is Naomy's Library. And Cami and it was Cami's idea. We started a book club, I think September last year. We started it during Hispanic Heritage Month. So yeah, September. It's called Brujas and Books, and pretty much every month we read a book by a Latinx author.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Cami from Burrows and Books. And yeah, Naomi and I.
We chose to read The Hacienda. Is that how you properly say it?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go
it's like my name. The H in Spanish is silent, so it's the Hacienda.
I'm sorry. I'm like,
no, don't be sorry. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, the potato. We love it.
I have no pants on. So like when I get up, I have to like turn my camera off.
I would be so scared that I'd forget to turn the camera off. So I respect you. Yes, we all read this. We all got it as our book of the month. Did you guys get the other one too? The winter thriller?
No.
Oh my god, I think I got this one, and I got that Peter Pan retelling. I don't know if that's the same month.
Yeah, Darling.
Okay, yeah, Darling Girl. Yeah, I got those two. Okay. And that one's supposed to be like really like those trigger warnings is very, very dark. Peter Pan retelling. I'm really excited to read it actually. But yeah, I got that and this beauty. This is such a beautiful cover too.
I know, I love this cover.
I'm like, I want to dress like that.
Yeah, your picture you took with it was so good.
It was. Yeah.
This looks like my sister's prom dress actually, because she wore something like really gothic, and she wore like black tights or something with it. Yeah,
it's so beautiful. So yeah, I just finished it like literally 20 minutes ago. And then when did you finish it, Naomi?
I remember finishing it Saturday because that same day I started Zodiac Academy.
Okay. And then Cami DNF'd it. I am super curious when you DNF'd it. Like when in the book?
45%. So I was like almost halfway through.
Yeah.
But I honestly was like, you know what? This is going to make me put me in a reading slump.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me avoid that.
Yeah.
I try not to DNF books, especially if they're for book clubs, because like I want to be able to talk about them, but I just
you can still talk about it. Especially if we read like almost half of it. I have not gone live in know how long, so I was like, oh, I forgot. Like I pull up comments. So hello everyone, welcome back to my chaotic arrival. But hi, thank you all for being here. Let me know in the comments if you read it. Or if you DNF'd it, or and we can go on and share ratings in a minute. But wait, hold on. I'm reading Hidden Pictures, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I need to read that. There's like creepy drawings in it, like creepy kid drawings. And I immediately was very, very excited by that. I am so excited. It was so good. Can't wait to talk about it. I'm so glad people enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I mean that genuinely. I always, when I don't like a book, I'm like, I hope, unless I like actually hate it for real. I hate this book. Like I didn't have an issue with it. I just didn't enjoy it, sadly. I wish there was a book club that is doing a live show about hidden pictures. That one came out this past month, right? Or this month?
I don't know.
Everyone's been saying it's so good.
I know.
I've heard nothing but good things.
I hope it's not getting like overhyped just because.
I think the only person that I heard didn't like it was Megan. What's her channel name?
Yeah,
I can't remember her channel name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel bad.
No, you're good. I want to read that one. You'll have to tell me if you suspected anything. Either I am clueless. Wait, is this about hidden pictures?
I think they're talking about hidden pictures.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like,
Yeah, I was like, there wasn't really a twist.
yeah. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I am trying to process comments. My brain is not wanting to. I don't have a channel. I'm so excited to read it now. You're live. Oh, was that when I was like, is it working? Hey, I haven't finished the book yet, but I'm excited to join. Yeah, we'll definitely do a lot of non-spoilers.
Mhm.
Oh, thanks, Kim. You're a queen.
Yeah.
I also saw Kim commented to this person who was really rude on my channel to me, and I was like,
oh, I hate when people are rude in comments.
no, it was, of course, a Stephen King video.
Oh, God.
That's why. I've like stopped reading Stephen King. Because I'm just like that so off topic.
I literally at Barnes & Noble this weekend, I think it was this weekend, I went with my friend and I was like, oh, they actually have other books than Stephen King in the horror section. I'm like, I don't really like Stephen King. I'll get shot in here for this. Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Okay. Also, on my story.
I'm sorry.
No,
but yeah.
My phone is lagging. What the heck? Okay.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Oh. And there was someone like in front of the Stephen King books, and I was like, oh, I hope I didn't hurt his feelings. I didn't say anything, but I was like, I bet he's mad that I said something.
Did you like say it out loud?
Yeah, I was talking to my friend, and I was like,
oh yeah.
I've only ever read Mystery, and I didn't like it. And yeah,
that's funny. I didn't like Misery either. The movie is amazing.
The movie is great.
Yeah.
The adaptations of his books that I've seen, I have generally liked, but I'm not reading anything by him.
Have you guys seen Gerald's Game?
No, I want to watch it though. It's on my list.
It's really good. It is pretty like, it has big triggers in it, but it's really good. Sorry, I'm putting this on my. I'm announcing that we're live. Okay, here we go.
Molly's Game is with Jessica Chastain.
Oh, don't ask me about
who's in this
actors' names. I'm so bad with that. It's like not even funny. People would be like, "Oh,
redhead."
Huh? I know the mom from. I think it's the mom from Spy Kids.
Oh my, really?
I think that.
I looked it up. It says Jessica Chastain and then Idris Elba. Is that how you say his name? Is that a new one? I don't know. I looked up Molly's.
Are you talking about Molly's Game or Gerald's Game?
Oh,
Molly's Game is a really good movie too.
Okay.
That is a good
Gerald's Game. I don't know what that is. I thought I heard Molly's.
No, that's funny. I was like, what are you talking
about? We are both redheads, so that's why I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe.
Hi, John. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Hi, Cami. That's my cat's name. Aw, cats are awesome. Speaking of cats, I saw this cat like out my window the other day, and it looked like a domesticated cat, but it had no collar. And I was like, I don't know how that happened because I never see strays around here. Like at my last place, full of strays, but no strays around here. So
maybe I know Christine's cat gets out sometimes. So
yeah, I hope the kitty's okay. It kind of like left before I could even approach it. Hello. Hi, Ashley. Hi, everybody. Oh, this is the book I was trying to say, Breathless. I got that.
Oh, I almost got it, but then I was like, restraint.
I know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it has all the tropes I like. And that makes me nervous because also it's kind of weird that it's coming out now and not in the winter. But I still don't know what to rate this book. Yeah, please let me know in the comments. Like, did people like this book? I know Kim, I think, said she did.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all. Hello. Hi everybody. You're all awesome. Thank you. Oh, I thought this was just like the end. I felt things too. I actually think I dozed off. I was listening to it really fast, and I think I dozed off for like 5 minutes. And I don't think I missed anything. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know? I felt a slump coming on when I was reading this too. Finished it today. Oh, talking about it.
She's like, oh no, not this book.
Oh God. I gave the Hacienda.
No.
Yeah. 2 stars, 2 stars. I just finished Blood Sugar. I didn't like it that much. Almost DNF'd it. Didn't read the Hacienda. Again, I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. I just want it spoiled for me to avoid FOMO. Well, you'll be here. It'll get spoiled.
It's so pretty. Like
I know.
It's like it gives me the feels of Mexican Gothic. Because when I saw the cover for Mexican Gothic, I was like, I'm gonna love it.
I know. That's the thing. When it compared it to Mexican Gothic, I was like, oh no. Because again, like whenever it says something I really like, I'm always nervous, especially when it's like, this is like that book.
Yeah, it is like Mexican Gothic and Rebecca, which is one of my all-time favorite books. I was like,
yeah. I don't think I want to read this book after what you've said. Sorry. I'm hearing bad things. Damn it. Every time. Book of the month. Like, y'all, book of the month. Get it together. Actually, they do have, I have read some really good ones.
Yeah.
Shelf over there. Like, as I'm looking for one, I'm like, I've read some great ones. And then I'm like, I know they do release some really good ones.
Well, when I read it, Home Before Dark, it was book of the month. So that was a good one.
Right. And also, I loved Reckless Girls. I know not like all people. You did? Thank you. I loved it.
I didn't read it. I didn't like The Wife Upstairs, so I was like,
I didn't either. But Reckless Girls was good. I liked it. I know it's like one of those
remote settings when it comes to thrillers. So
would you say it was like fun, like The Guest List, like that kind of fun vibe? Fun, like someone gets killed, but
yeah, because they're like pretty much like partying on this island, kind of.
It's very like people use this word and I still don't fully understand what it stands for. Popcorn thriller, is that the right? Like it's just kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Not what it means. Like nothing more deep than that. It's kind of like a popcorn thriller. Like The Guest List, I actually was like super like emotional about it, which I don't know if that's like, I just like really felt for some of the characters. But this one was like, it had a lot of tea, you know? Yeah. But it was like entertaining. It wasn't just like, oh, that's stupid. Yeah. A lot of people thought like, oh, that's stupid. So whatever. Please like, comment, and I love the please. Like whenever I see PLS, it makes me laugh. I don't know why, because I just hear it as like please. 2.5 stars. Oh, thank you. It's a 4-star for you. That's good. 3-star. Okay. 2 stars. I'm not super far, but I'm kind of struggling with the writing so far. It's taking me so much longer. Yeah. I liked Reckless Girls. I DNF'd it too. Okay. So I feel like we can all kind of share our ratings. Obviously, Cami, you're a DNF. So I don't know if with your DNFs, if you're, I would have.
I don't usually rate DNF because then I feel bad like going on Goodreads and like I didn't read the whole book. So
some people do whole reviews with DNFs and I'm like, damn. That's like a commitment.
I don't write reviews either, so I just put my star rating on Goodreads.
I know. I'm like, I barely write reviews. Like for a DNF. What do you think you give it, Nahomy?
It's probably like a 3-star, like a lower 3-star.
Yeah.
I would say I wanted to. Oh, not that comment. I think I liked it 40% in, and then I didn't like the other. So I would have DNF'd it too, but because it was a book club, I pushed through. But I think I liked the first 40%, or maybe even a little less than that. I was really liking it, and then didn't. and I will say more because there's people here that haven't read it.
Right. I was gonna have you read the synopsis, but I feel like all you really need to know is just that it's, well, do you want to read it? I don't know. It's kind of long.
So we kind of talked about that it was compared to Mexican Gothic and the Rebecca book. It's a very Gothic suspenseful novel about, it's like a remote house. So Hacienda is pretty much like a mansion, but it's like Hispanic. Like this is what you would call a mansion in Spanish, I think, kind of. Hacienda usually has like the woman, like the person of the house, like el doña, and she was like the woman of the house, I guess, like the
we used to live in Texas. It's kind of like a ranch.
Yes.
Yeah. When I looked it up, it said like plantation. Does that sound...
I was gonna say plantation too, but I was like, not like in the slavery sense. Like
right.
In a big house, there's usually like they grow something.
Right. And what were they doing in this? Like agave? Was it tequila?
It's tequila.
That was what they were doing? Okay.
Yeah. And I guess this is set during the Mexican War of Independence, but I don't remember reading very much of like politics or any like historical aspects really, besides like kind of like the setting a little bit that they talked about, like the old timey and that type of stuff. But she just married this man who she doesn't even know that well. His name's Rodolfo. So basically she goes to the hacienda that is owned by Rodolfo, and then she's just kind of living there by herself with all these new people that she doesn't know because she just arrived, and Rodolfo's kind of just like away in business. I don't really know. I don't remember.
He just like drops her off. He's like, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good summary. That's mostly like what happens. And I think that was my main problem with it, was like I felt like it was trying to do too many things, but also doing nothing at all. That sounds so harsh. But like, I don't know how else to say it, because it was like trying to say historical things, but it kind of felt like it was just like the author was knowledgeable about certain historical things, so she would like throw sentences in, but there wouldn't be any like reason really behind them. Like it didn't seem super important. And then also like with the characters, I felt like I didn't really know anything about them. Like there was two perspectives, but I felt like, well, the one guy, what was his name? Not me literally just reading this.
I think it's Andres,
the priest.
Yeah, he was confusing. Like I really felt like I didn't understand his character. I felt like it was a lot of like telling.
Like, I wish we hadn't had his perspective.
Yeah,
yeah, I felt like it was kind of unnecessary. And then the ending, I guess we're not going into spoilers yet, but the ending was just kind of like, wait, what happened? Like the whole book. Another thing that was sad for me too is it was Gothic, but it didn't even feel that Gothic to me. Like the horror style was literally like there was a pair of red eyes, and it's like, was it a cat? It's like,
and I kept thinking about like the scenes in Mexican Gothic where she's like describing like the house rotting and from the inside, and I was like, I don't feel any of that in here. Like I didn't think the house was ominous. Like
at all. I think like the only thing that was used was like there was smoke and then there were eyes, and like I can't really think of anything else that was like scary. Didn't feel like there was dread or anything. And also, like you're saying, like the beginning, I did kind of like the beginning because I was like, oh, it's going to be like this really slow burn setup. And then like once shit starts happening, like it's going to go crazy. Like kind of like what happened in Mexican Gothic, where some people were like, it just went like too out there. But like I liked that because I was like, yeah, like it was a slow build and then it just went wild and it felt worth it. But when things happened, it was almost like, oh, okay. Was that like what we were waiting for, I guess?
Yeah.
What did you feel, Nahomy? Because you read it all. Like, what were your feelings? Because you said you were liking it in the beginning.
Yes. I won't say because it might be kind of a spoiler, but I like it like in Home Before Dark. I like when the book keeps you like guessing the whole time whether or not something is supernatural or not supernatural. And the fact that it was revealed like so early on, that's probably when I stopped liking it. Like, when it hit that 30-40%, I didn't care anymore because like we know like what's the I don't care. So I thought it would be like one of those books that keeps you guessing until the end, kind of like Home Before Dark, like right at the end it tells you, and then there's like a little bit more of a twist. So that's why I didn't find it scary, because we just knew. And then I honestly thought that you would like this, Cami, because this just the whole time it reminded me of The Nun for some reason. It just reminded me of that, and that's one of Cami's favorite movies. So
there was a lot of like there was a lot of like Catholicism in it, and like mysticism, because it was like that sort of like mix of like the witchcraft, but also like the Catholicism, because that was so big in that time period. And also like they were almost trying to play this like forbidden romance thing, but like nothing happened ever. Like I guess the very end. Sorry, that's like a very light spoiler for anyone who's listening, but like it didn't, like if it was trying to do this forbidden romance, it wasn't really like that played into at all.
I don't really care for the romance. I don't think I ever care for romances when it's like a thriller. Like I just
that's why I read them.
It depends. Like if it's a really good book, then yeah. But I don't really care for this romance at all. I mean, I guess the only time that I would think that his POV, sorry, I don't want to spoil anything, that his POV would be like useful would be because of that, because he wouldn't really see what he thought and stuff. But basically it would have just been like the romance, like it wasn't really anything.
And I wouldn't have mind a romance, because it is like there is a romance in Mexican Gothic, which I was living for. I love.
Yeah, me too. All the descriptions of like
they were so
conventionally attractive, but like I loved it.
And then in this one, I was like, I don't know. I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel that there was any tension. It was just like, okay, here you go. But we were, I don't know. It's like what you said before, Sav.
Yeah. Maybe was this to when you DNF'd?
Probably.
Yeah. The thing I found confusing was that it was very similar to Mexican Gothic, but Mexican Gothic I loved. Yeah, it was, but like it wasn't. I don't know. There was like that X factor. I've been saying that lately. Like
I think the writing in Mexican Gothic in general is better. Like not only like the Gothic aspect, but just in general, I think it's better written.
Yeah.
But I that's a thing when you market a book, comparing it to something that is so loved, like Mexican Gothic, which generally people liked. And then also Rebecca, which is a really liked classic and has one of the most like famous opening lines ever. When I opened the book, I was like, okay, I'm ready to get a really good line.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's okay. Because the opening line for Rebecca is, last night I dreamt of Manderley again. And like that literally sets up, Manderley is the house in Rebecca, and that literally sets up everything.
I need to read that.
I don't know either.
It's so good. I know Ashley said she didn't really like it, but I love that. I read that when I was, for the first time when I was 13, and I think I've read it like 3 times since. It's so good.
And I bet since it's a classic, it has like those beautiful covers, which I've been tempted to get because I don't really like classics, but whenever I see like those beautiful covers, I'm like,
yeah. I think you'd like Rebecca. I think you actually both would like Rebecca also.
Yeah.
And like kind of like that romance you want that you get in Mexican Gothic, you do get in Rebecca too.
It's like the good kind of romance.
Yeah, like the pining, like.
Yeah. That makes sense. I didn't actively dislike the Hacienda. I just felt bored mostly.
Yeah.
Which almost like sucks more. Because I'm like, make me feel something. Like if I'm going to not like a book, I want to like rant about it. And I don't really have a rant. It was just kind of like not it.
I think that's why I was feeling slumpy, because
Yeah.
I was just so bored. And I was like, I could fall asleep at any moment.
Yeah, and I was seeing good ratings on Goodreads. I don't know. Like I'm just surprised because when I was looking into it, I thought people really, really liked it. But maybe as more people read it, it'll go down. I saw this compared to Rebecca, which sounds accurate from your synopsis, and I found Rebecca super boring. So that's why I was afraid to pick it up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just very ambitious to compare it to those two books, I feel like, which is fine, but it's just like claiming a lot, you know? I love Rebecca and I love Mexican Gothic, and I think the Hacienda is similar to those. So it's confusing why I didn't like the Hacienda. Yeah. Same, I didn't care for the romance either in this one. I really liked Rebecca. I haven't yet read Mexican Gothic. And then I haven't read Mexican Gothic or Rebecca. Nice. Yeah, I've only read Mexican Gothic.
I think Dawn said she gave it 4 stars. I think 3 stars. If you give it 3 stars, I think you definitely really like Mexican Gothic or Rebecca.
Yeah. Yep. I've only read Mexican Gothic and loved it. I feel like it was very well loved, but at the same time, a lot of people didn't like the twist in Mexican Gothic. Because it is so like out there, I guess. And it was kind of spoiled for me because like someone said it's about blank, and I was like, dang it, why did that happen? I don't even remember.
You'll never want to do this again. I was like, oh.
I can't remember when that happened, but I was watching someone's live. This was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
The beginning of when I was doing book 2, but I still liked it, even though I kind of knew.
Yeah.
I'm currently listening and reading it. I find that the audio captures the feeling more. I'm enjoying it, maybe because I haven't read Mexican Gothic, because I don't have anything to compare it to. Yeah, I listened to it. However, I was trying to finish it as fast as possible because, okay, I'm obsessed with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I discovered it on my vacation. And I had to work last night. And as soon as I got home, I read like literally 3 pages of this and was like, I can't read this. And then I started looking at YouTube videos of singers performing live. I don't know why. And then I like was getting emotional about like random things, like when the singers were singing. I don't know why. Like,
oh yeah,
weird mood. I don't know what was going on. And then like by the time my husband got home, we were like Salt Lake City, and so we were just like. And every time we put it on, I literally am like, this is instant therapy. Like it puts me in a good mood because it's just so. It's so good. It's just.
I haven't watched Real Housewives in a hot minute.
I
used to Beverly Hills.
Is it good? Is Beverly Hills good?
I used to love Beverly Hills.
Oh my God.
And Orange County. Like I watched the California one. So Orange County, Beverly Hills. And I did watch New York.
Everybody's like DMing me with their recommendations after I posted that because I was like, tell me please. That's the best. It's so good. In this season, I know we're going totally off the rails for a second, but in this season, I don't know if y'all know anything about it, but one of the girls is married to her step grandfather. Oh, yeah. You have to do like mental math with that. You're like, wait, what? She literally is married to her step grandfather.
That's wild.
It's wild.
That's so funny.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
Her grandmother passed away and she like owned this whole Pentecostal church, and she owned like I think real estate companies or something. So she owned like mansions everywhere, and she owned this whole church, and she wanted her granddaughter to inherit everything, including her husband. Dude, I'm addicted.
That's
so I'll say I could not read this when I had the Real Housewives to watch.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. But so anyway, back to the audio. I do agree. I think the narrator was actually really good. I just speed it up so fast that I couldn't like enjoy the narration.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's my long. I can't watch any of the housewives. They make me angry because I have to work and they get to sit around and be petty and go to brunch. It makes me happy though. Like honestly, I understand that, but I'm like, I'm not jealous. Like they're miserable, but quite entertaining. Wait. Love Ronnie?
Yes.
Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm always like, what does this mean? Whenever he says it with like books and stuff, I had to learn. Yes. If anyone comes in at this time, they're going to think interesting things happened in this book. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now. Okay, we're going to do spoilers because I feel like out of all my books, this is like the least I've been able to talk about a book on Alive. So I'm sorry.
No, I feel like I don't even know what to say about it anymore. I had some notes.
Oh, I love it.
I feel like I won't like remember anything. But I don't. Do you guys have like a favorite scene? There's like one that like I can think of that is the only one that I can think of.
What was it?
Yeah, tell us.
when they like get her drunk.
Oh,
read that to me.
I don't think so. I don't think I got
Okay. So what was even her name? It was like the other lady at the house.
Oh, I wrote it on my phone.
To give her drinks, but
oh my God, Kim. Spoiler, it wasn't that good.
Oh no.
What a savage. Was it
Louisa?
My autocorrect changed these names. Like straight up.
Is it like Louisa or something like that?
Yeah, why did I not write this person's name? Because I know exactly who you're talking about.
I wonder if it's on the description.
Wait. Not Ana Luisa, not Paloma. It was the other one who was the sister, right?
I don't remember.
The sister of her husband. And the husband was something.
Yeah, I think so. They just started giving her drinks and like they were trying to get her drunk. But I don't even remember like what was the reason they were
like this is my favorite scene.
Well, I liked it because of like it's just her talking Juanita, someone said. It's just funny her inner dialogue, like I've never had alcohol and like they couldn't drink alcohol because they're women.
Oh yeah, and then she was like
funny because I was like, oh, I like felt drunk while I was reading it because she was like, what is happening? I was like, is she drunk though, or like what's happening here? That's like the only thing I can think.
She was like, I'm stumbling everywhere. Am I drunk? And I was like, yeah, babe. Like, that's not normal. Yeah, I think it was Juanita. But I think my phone auto-corrected it because I don't see it. Or I didn't write that. Oh no, I slowed down because my Spanish brain would not activate and those words are kicking my tush. Yeah, I was trying to read this at like 3 times the speed. Or it even maybe got more than 3 times the speed. And I was like, I cannot like understand any of this. I had to look at it. My favorite parts were any of the times when anything creepy happened. Yeah. I just wanted to be scared. I wasn't.
Me too. I wasn't ever creeped out.
Which was odd. Can I get the TLDR spoiled plot?
I don't know what that means.
What?
What's
like
what the spoiler was, I guess.
Like the twist.
The twist.
I didn't even know like the twist.
I didn't get to it, so
yeah. Somebody killed somebody. Wasn't it like
one of the girls? TLDR is too long. Didn't read. Oh, didn't read. Got it.
Oh, see, I went off social media.
I didn't know that either.
And I literally forgot like how to.
I was like, oh, Twitter Live.
Oh my goodness. My husband was like, should I not watch so it's not spoiled? Like, would I like this book? I was like, you would not like this book. He's probably just entertained right now because he's at work. Yeah. So what's her name? Juanita? Was that her name?
I think so.
The husband's sister. Didn't she end up killing like everyone basically? Or did I like definitely like understand that wrong?
No, I think you're right.
Because I think she killed the first wife.
Yes. And yeah.
And the mother, Anna Maria, was that her name? See, that's book
the thing. Like, I couldn't like differentiate people. So like even if like the twist wasn't good also because I couldn't remember who's who. So I'm like, what does it matter? Like, I don't care.
Oh my god.
That was the sister of Rodolfo.
Oh, also I tried to find like a synopsis of the whole plot and I couldn't find it anywhere. Like I just saw non-spoilers and I was like, this is not what I need help with. I was like, I need help with what happened. Like I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't. So you physically read this. So I'm glad you were confused too. Because I was like, maybe it's just because like I'm reading it too fast. But it sounds like it was just kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the sister Rodolfo.
Okay.
See, this is one that you have to read or listen to slowly. It makes a big difference. It gives things time to get in your system and creep you out.
For me, like, regardless of how fast or how slow I listen to something, like I could get creeped out.
Right.
Because I listened to Mexican Gothic at I think like 2.5 speed and it was so gross.
Nahomy disappeared. Okay, I'll add her in if she.
It was just like so gross and I was always like skeeved out. Yeah. And with this, I was like, I'm so bored. I was just bored.
I was also expecting it to be good too because I asked Nahomy like because I saw she had started it and I was like, oh, are you liking it? And she was like, yeah, I'm liking it a lot. And so she must have been pretty early on because I was like, oh, like it seems like it's gonna be good. And
yeah,
Goodreads people seem to like it a lot. And hi.
I accidentally exited out.
Well, that's better than like your Wi-Fi going down.
Yeah.
Then we would have actually lost you. You're like, don't have any more thoughts. Bye. Yeah. Kim was confused. I didn't even DNF and I couldn't tell you. Yeah, it was just very confusing. And I am so eager to see like if anybody's gonna really enjoy this.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like really love it, like 5-star love it. I have Mexican Gothic on my next list. LOL. I think you'll love Mexican Gothic. If you enjoy this, like even a little bit, it's just like so good. Yeah, let's make Ashley read it and vlog it. I feel like Ashley's gonna say no to that.
Would hate.
Ashley's gonna be like, "What are you making me do?" I feel so bad too. I hope the author's not listening because it's nothing personal to the author. You know, like. This is a debut too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and like, I mean, she's stunning. She's beautiful.
I was reading. I think Barnes and Noble, one of the big ones, did like an interview with her, and she was like really smart.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
that's the problem.
She has a PhD in medieval Islamic literature.
Yeah, like you're too smart for me.
Maybe if she wrote a historical fiction set in the Middle Ages, that would be really good.
See, I feel like, yeah.
I give it to my mom to read because that's what she likes.
I agree. I feel like this should have been a historical fiction. Not marketed as a horror book. Like, a little weird that it was marketed as a horror book.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, because it could have, if somebody said like, this is a historical romance or a historical fiction with like a little romance, and that's like a little eerie, that would have worked. I feel like it would have reached the right crowd. But I feel like, everybody is expecting this to scare them, or at least be able to recognize it as like having scary potential or like creepy factors. But
yeah,
at least she wrote a book. That's more than I have done. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And and I think her writing, like, I think she maybe was trying to write in like the Gothic style, and it felt a little bit like an imitation. It wasn't her natural voice. Maybe.
Like, I didn't think the writing was bad.
Right. Yeah.
But because they're giving it such high praise, I'm like, okay, I'm going to expect a little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's give
it missed like a little authenticity, I feel like. Yeah. If anybody's have you ladies done anything on Hidden Pictures? People are like, I'm done with this book.
I know. They're like, oh, let's talk about another book. No, you're at this.
No, I haven't. I really need to read it. And it's also one I really want to like physically read because of the pictures. I feel like I want to like physically hold it and experience it that way. Before we end and switch to reading sprints, I'm trying to think, do you have any like, I don't know, you're giving it 3 stars. That's pretty generous.
I think now talking about it, I just had one more note that I just wanted to talk about. I don't know if I think they do mention this early on, so you might have read about this, Cami. But in the book throughout it, there's this big thing about her mom always talking to her about not getting under the sun to not make her skin darker. And that is a very Hispanic, like, just like racism in Hispanic culture. It's a very, like, I'm sure in Cuba too, right, Cami? It's like
oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that they talked about it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah,
it was like a constant whenever her mom was brought up. It was like, oh, I don't feel like I have worth because I'm not like this ideal like, person or whatever. Like,
I mean, when at this time there wasn't slavery, but previously, I mean, slaves did work the tequila fields. So like, they were obviously Black. So if you're in the sun, like the darker you are, the closer you are to being of that class.
Is that still something that people deal with a lot?
I think when I read in the book, it's just such like a known thing of like, oh yeah, wear your hat and like stay out of the sun. You don't want to get like tanned or you don't want to get darker. And it's so like, some people don't think like in Hispanic culture, like racism exists, but it does. And it's really bad. I just thought that was interesting that she threw that in there because she talked about it a lot. And I was like, and it wasn't something like unknown to me. That's what's like scary, I guess. Like I've always known like that's just like a normal thing in Hispanic culture. I feel like,
my best friend from high school was Korean, and she talked about that all the time. Like in their culture, that's big too. So you're
supposed to be like really, really pale.
Yes, especially in Korea. Like it's especially prominent there for people to have that view. After talking about it, I kind of think it's more of a 2-star. Yeah. I finished it on audio today at work, and now I'm having a hard time remembering the ending. Yeah, I literally just finished this book. Granted, I was reading it very fast, like very fast. I usually, my comfort speed, depending on how fast the narrator is like around 2 times, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. And I was like 3 times, 3.5 times. So, I wasn't fully comprehending everything, but yeah, I liked her chapters better than Andre's chapters. Yeah. I wanted more about her. Like I wanted more background. I felt like her one like character trait was she just wanted to like escape.
Yeah.
Like, powerful. But and I hate to compare it to Mexican Gothic again, but it kind of sets it up for comparison. It's like the main character in Mexican Gothic was this like really strong female lead, but you like really I felt like she was a real person. And I like really felt her emotion and like her thoughts were really like, I don't know. I hate like just saying there needed to be more character depth, but I just felt like,
oh yeah,
that's the way to say it. Like more dimensional. But yeah, especially the guy, I was like, I don't even like care. Was he a male witch? Yeah. Yeah, he was, but he was like a priest too. It was very like, it seemed like he was like equal parts.
Like Santeria. So like in, I don't know about in Puerto Rico, but in like Cuba, Santeria has like roots in Catholicism, but then they also do like magic stuff too.
Yeah. I remember the whole thing about Andres being like cast out from the house. I can't remember. Oh, the story with the girl that was pregnant. Oh my god, I totally forgot about all that. The girl that was pregnant and he needed like an abortion, and they wanted him to like do magic or something, and then he got casted out of the house and shit. I forgot about all this.
Yeah, because the main character's husband in his first marriage would like R-word people, and then they would get pregnant. And then like when that happened, they would like, I think it was implied that they almost like killed them and then disposed their bodies in that wing, and they like wouldn't tell anybody and they blocked it off. I think that's what it was kind of implying. But yeah, like they came to Andres and were like, perform your magic to like get rid of the babies, and then he was banned by the first wife.
Yeah, because she didn't believe him. She's like, how could you ever say that about my husband and all that?
I thought she was in on it, but maybe not. Because I thought she was like super evil. I thought that was what they were trying to say, but maybe she wasn't like fully aware of everything. It's confusing. It's the African American culture too. I was like, seriously, geez.
Yeah, it's in a lot of like even in Indian culture. Like I remember one of my kids was his family went to India for the summer, and then they came back, and his mom was like, I was like, oh, you're so tan, you look so cute. Yeah. She was like, no, he looks bad. And I was like,
that's so bad. Well, poor kids, like, I just like the sun. Like, I'm just chilling there. So yeah, and then white people want to get super tan and get spray tans. You know, it's like so different. Yeah. And then people look, well, I'm not going to insult anybody that self-tans. That's totally fine. I just know if I tried to self-tan, it would not work with me. I would not do it evenly. Like I've just seen I just remember in high school, like people self-tanning so much, and then you would see like a line. Like
I was orange in high school. I self-tan, but I was orange in high school. Like
that's so funny.
Because I loved Stucky. So
I just don't know how to do it. Like there's no problem in doing it, but I just
no, yeah. Well, I like used like a self tanner that was not good for my skin, so I looked orange.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into self tanners, but like some self tanners are orange or red based versus like green, and it goes with your skin tone.
Yes.
So like, I use a green based one versus orange because then I will look orange.
Is it like the cool versus warm skin tone kind of thing?
Yeah.
I remember somebody once in a makeup store was like, you have cool, like you're a cool skin tone. I was like, you're wrong. Like I didn't say that, but I was like, no, because my mom actually, I think she has a cooler skin tone. Like she looks really good with like blue makeup, which is almost like rare, I think. And like, so my first makeup was like blue and it looks so bad on me. Like it was so bad. And I went to high school and people were like talking mad shit about me. It was so bad. They were like, she looks like a blah blah, and traumatizing actually. But yeah, like I'm making a joke. I mean, it's like one of those things you look.
Yeah, I mean, I looked crazy. My friend's sister told me I looked like a raccoon.
Oh no,
in my eyeliner.
Yeah, it's like when you're first learning makeup. I wasn't allowed to wear it until high school, and it was just like when I started, oh god, it was just like I drew like a circle around my eyes.
Yeah, that's why she said I looked like a raccoon. And if you look at my pictures, like it's just like a long line going all the way around my circle, all the way around my eye.
Yeah. Oh, those are the days, you know. Wait, hold on. It's funny that Caucasian people want to get tan and try to get tan. I think it is associated with having money to go on vacation. Yeah, probably. Having a life of leisure where you have time to lay out and go tanning. I think it's all about what it like represents. Like it's like the class, like your class, basically. Are you rich? Are you poor? My thoughts on the Hacienda where it's painfully straight. I wanted more spooks. Yeah. There weren't very many spooky scenes. So with Caucasian people being tan is associated with wealth, and in other cultures it's associated with being working class. Interesting point. Yeah. Humans are confusing. I think everyone should just wake up purple and be happy. We can just all be aliens. Which reminds me, I went to I almost said Area 51. I did not go there. But I kind of do want to go there though.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You guys believe in aliens?
Oh yeah. I probably
so scared. It's like when people ask me about ghosts, I'm like, I prefer to live in like, what's that called? Like be oblivious. Like I don't like maybe, but I don't want to believe it because I'd be too scared all the time.
Oh, I believe in ghosts.
No.
Oh, me too.
Like
Ghosts, aliens, all of it.
Aliens, I like believe that something is out there, but I don't know if they're what they are portrayed as.
Yeah. I know that, well, because we've only gone to like our galaxy and there's tons of galaxies. So I'm like, we can't, I mean, that would be really strange if we were the only like sentient beings in the whole entire universe.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's terrifying actually.
And supposedly they've seen like yes, UFOs, but like there's been evidence, and they asked Obama after he was like out of the presidency.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, so like are aliens real?" And he was like, "I cannot comment." And I'm like, that is an answer.
It's scary.
He's just gonna know.
Oh, it's so scary. Oh my God.
Because it doesn't necessarily even have to be like ET, like an alien like that. Like it could be like a parasite, which is alien to us. That could be sentient, or a bug.
Scary. I swear, if they're like tarantulas, I'm gonna freak out. That's the worst nightmare. Or cockroaches.
Oh my God. I hate anything that crawls.
I have cockroaches. I was really cozy with them in Texas. They really liked me.
Oh no.
I like them, and they flew in our house.
We had the flying ones in Puerto Rico.
It's just wrong. I saw a cockroach for the first time in Las Vegas since moving, and I was just like, ugh. Like, I was like, that just gives me flashbacks. I'm not okay. And we like put dryer sheets in all our boxes before moving because that like helps keep them away for some reason, the chemical. But one ended up here, but it was dead, thankfully. But I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh, that better not be. And I was like,
because they like multiply so fast.
Yeah. And I hate every time I saw one in my house, I'm like, well, I wouldn't call my mom every time, but like I would mention it and she'd be like, where there's one, there's always more. And I was like, stop saying that. I was like, that's helpful.
My third grade teacher used to have hissing cockroaches. Like science teacher had hissing cockroaches as a pet in our classroom. Wow. He had a tarantula. I touched the tarantula. Then
really?
You want to touch the cockroach? And I said, no.
Would you all be more scared of a cockroach than a tarantula?
Yeah.
No, it would be the other way around for me. Cockroaches are so normal in Puerto Rico that I'm...
Are you like phased by them at all? Or
if they were flying ones, if they were not, I just see it and it was just it was so normal in Puerto Rico. Like they found like in my room, like at one point in time we had to kill like what's that called? I'm thinking the name in Spanish. Like a culebra, a serpent?
Yeah, like a snake.
A snake. Like 5 times in my room. Like I was like, but tarantulas, like that's not common, so I'm not used to that. So no, not saying that I'm like hugging snakes, but like scary. But cockroaches are like whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Or like when people see like tiny ass spiders that are like literally like this flower, I'm just like, dude, like what are you talking about? Like if it's like a big fuzzy one, like yeah, like I'm scared.
The only reason why I would be more scared of cockroaches is because like I feel like with a tarantula, because they're bigger, you'd be able to see them. But what if a cockroach? I always think of that scene.
No, don't even.
You know that scene?
The Southern Book Club's Guide.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, and after reading that, I was like, there's no way they can crawl in your ears. Like, there's no way. No way. They can.
Yeah. You're up your nose.
They can and they will. They're like, thank you, comfy, cozy. And you're like,
anywhere.
No.
Any orifice in your body.
Oh, you know what? It
More
was
scared.
did you guys ever watch that MTV show where it was like Scream Queens? It was like a reality, like competition show with women, and they were all competing to be in the Scream movie.
Wait, what?
Yes.
I don't know about this. I know about
you would love this.
Wait, how do I see it? Is it like streaming somewhere?
I think it's on Tubi.
Okay. It was on MTV, and it was basically a competition show. They're all girls, and it's an acting competition show, and they're all competing to be in the Scream movie. The girl, obviously, I mean, this happened years ago, so I know who won, and the girl's in the movie. I won't say who it is.
Oh yeah,
if you see Scream, you're gonna recognize her. But there's like like they do scenes like that, and they do a scene where they have to do cockroaches. And I remember the director being like, "Don't let it get in your ears or like up your nose and stuff, because they will go up in there." And now, like, I remember that forever.
I thought you were gonna say Fear Factor, and actually in Fear Factor they have them wear earplugs.
Yeah. I remember. Oh god. Yeah, they would put like them in the tub of all of them.
Yes. When we were it's so funny. I'll either watch like horror, like horrific stuff, or like reality TV, which is horrific in its own way. Like honestly, like it's just like the two spectrums of horror. And I thoroughly enjoy both. And so we were in Vegas and we were watching the Fear Factor ones in Vegas because they're all on Hulu. And like one of them was like lying in cockroaches. Another one was eating these spiders. They were alive, first of all. And they were literally these weird spiders. Like I have not seen them before. I can't remember what they were called, but they had like pinchers. They were really weird.
I feel like I could hold like a cockroach or a spider, but a rat, get that shit away from me. Like I remember watching Fear Factor, that one scene where like that one thing where they have to like get in with a whole bunch of rats. Woo!
Is it like domesticated ones too?
What was that?
Are you scared of like pet rats too?
Oh yeah.
I had pet rats, but everyone was grossed out. They were like, why do you have them?
No, that scares the shit out.
Anything that crawls, I don't like. Hamsters. I'm terrified of hamsters.
Also, we should switch to
Oh no.
I realized, sorry, we're just having fun. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna switch to our reading sprints in a second. I'm just gonna kind of go through these quick so people aren't like just getting dismissed. So I believe in them. I'm married to one, I think, an alien. Oh, well, that's cool. I feel like I'd be scared, but I'm glad you feel very like confident in that. Being fat used to be a status symbol because it meant you had money. Yeah. So many status symbols, man.
Men though.
What'd you say?
I feel like fat men, but women is not like. Huh?
Like now still?
No, I would say like back in the days.
Oh, yeah. I love that we've landed on discussion about aliens. Lizards. I'm afraid of anything with more than 4 legs or anything that is green. I've always believed that lizards low-key breathe fire when you least expect it. We're going to have to continue this conversation on my sprints because I have so many bug stories and that seems disgusting. Yeah, no, and don't think only one like 50,000. That ain't enough to do crazy shit. You know, I was thinking about that. We'll switch. Do you guys have the link
I was just gonna say, can you send it when you get over in our group
chat? I sent it a while ago. So
okay.
Let me find it. I think I'm sending the right link. Okay, this one should be this.
Okay.
Let me. If it's not, then
I think
we'll work with it. Okay. We will be back, everyone, on the same place, on the same channel. Thank you all for reading or DNFing or like whatever y'all did in the comments. We love you. And yeah, we will be back.